Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Where you going? Move on. You want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? Come on. Oh, what a setup, by the way. 3 boxes of cereal. Hopefully, this is straight. What? You want to come up? Come here. See on camera? Just about where you can see. You just on camera. Welcome back to another video. A Q&A with me and my dog. Nah, just kidding. So as you can probably tell, a bit of a different background now. There's just stuff going on downstairs really. Now, this is on a ladder, so that's why I've just nearly because it's nearly just fell off. So let's see if we can get this set up there. But yeah, anyways, this video is just like about me, basically, to put it bluntly, and like why I've started the channel. So I started this channel really just because to document moving house. The moving house is something that I really wanted to document, as I just think it would be cool to look back on. Like for example, when we went to the house on Saturday, I think it would be really cool, like in 3 weeks time, etc. I think I said this in the last video, like be cool just to look back on when we are in the house and when we've got stuff decorated the way we want it. When like for example, we're not getting the garden turf. Now the garden's something that I really want. Like that was something that I was really big on, and when I seen it on Saturday, I don't think the sort of footage I got did it any justice, because the garden looks absolutely huge. So I was absolutely buzzing. There was a slight decline on it, which was something I did say in the video again, like that I was worried about, but I think it's something that we can honestly work around. But anyways, getting a bit away from the point, it's just I really wanted to document the house transition, sort of what happens in the house. And yeah, I just think it'd be really cool to look back on in a few years time, maybe, you know, 5-10 years time, when we've got kids, and like showing them what it was like in the beginning and then what it's like now, and like how much it changes over the year. I also started because me and Katie did travel a lot before COVID. Don't know why I didn't speak quotations as if it's like a fad, like I'm not one of them people, but yeah, like we did travel a lot. Like we've been to the likes of New York, Zante, Prague, just to name a few off the top of my head, Barcelona and Paris. And like when we've only been together like 3 years, so 3.5 years, she'll probably just kill us for that. But like yeah, we did travel a lot, and like there was moments where I was like, oh, if only I'd just caught this on camera, or if only I'd basically just caught this on camera, like this would have been cool to look back on. Another reason also, if you just notice I'm looking down here, it's because I've got the laptop with things that I sort of wanted to cover. And the other thing really is just like this last year has just taught us like why not, like YouTube's something that I've always wanted to do. And like this last year, 1.5 years over the lockdown, like could have started, obviously I do work full time, so for me over the last 1.5 years it's literally just been a case of going to work, coming home and doing nothing. And over that time I did gain a lot of weight, which is something I will get onto as I kick the ladder again. Right, let's try and stop that. But yeah, like I just thought, why not, like why the hell not, like just start this now and just go with it, you know. It's something I have always wanted to do, like I've said. So yeah, I just think like to document things like the house, travels we go on, trips, days out, things like that, like, and just do other little videos. Like I have got other hobbies. I'm a huge football fan, so there will probably be football videos on the channel. I've really got into cycling over the last year. I've just ordered a brand new gravel bike. That's all I'm going to say, because rather sort of try and keep things separate. So like the house stuff keep separate, football stuff separate, cycling things separate. So like on this channel really the plan is just to have like a variety of different videos. Like one day it might be we go to the house, see what the house is saying. The next video it might be me, you know, out on my bike, just talking about stuff on my bike. Because like there is a lot of things with cycling that I didn't really realise, but like I say, I will get into that in another video. But yeah, like I'm a huge football fan, I'm a big MMA and boxing fan. Obviously I know boxing's a martial art, but like I've mainly watched the UFC and then obviously follow a lot of boxing. I don't think I'll do videos on them, that's just a little sort of thing about me. So yeah, like a little bit more about me anyways is I'm a 24-year-old lad based in the northeast of Newcastle. Oh my god, have I just said the northeast of Newcastle? I'm in the northeast of England. You've met me dog, I think you briefly met Katie in the last video. There'll probably be a few other people that you'll meet and I'll sort of not necessarily introduce them on camera because I don't know, you can probably tell but I'm absolutely bricking this as it is, so like to go up to someone, put a camera in their face and be like, oh, introduce yourself, it's a bit like, it is actually a bit like, you do get taken aback a little bit. But yeah, like I say, the channel really is just going to be a bit of like a day in the life sort of thing, but it's just going to be mixed, you know. Like I say, I do plan on doing some football videos, like giving my takes. I am an Arsenal fan. Obviously, being from the northeast, you always get the classic, the cliche, oh, glory hunter, but I have supported Arsenal since I was a kid. I do think the reason for that is because my dad left us at a young age, so basically you're just listening to your mum say who she thinks is fit. So that was Thierry Henry. So I guess when you're a kid you just want to have something in common with your mum. No, but like, and my granddad was a big influence on supporting Arsenal. He loved them as well and loved sort of the philosophy of Arsene Wenger and people like that. So that's how I support Arsenal. I did go to a game just before the lockdown, and this was when Unai Emery was still in charge. It was the Aston Villa at home, unbelievable game to go to. And again, that was like another moment where I was like, oh, I don't think I would have flogged in the ground because I don't think I'd want to be one of them fans that has a camera out and is like, I don't know, almost waiting for something to go wrong so you go viral or whatever. But I think like just that whole experience when I went down in London, that was probably like one of the last things we did before the world sort of went. Yeah. Also, just a few things that I would like to achieve within the next year and a half, more looking at like the end of 2022, is I would like to pass my driving test, and with that obviously passing the theory again. I did pass my theory 2 years ago now, but then since the pandemic hit, a year and a half goes by, you've got to sit it again after 2 years. So yeah, I'd like to pass that again, that's booked in for next month, and I'd like to pass my driving test eventually. Something that I'd really love to do is learn another language. I'd love to learn Spanish. I don't know why. I did like Spanish at school, and it's something that I would really like to pursue, and it's something that I would really like to, I don't know, pick back up almost and try and learn another language. I've always thought that would be something really cool to do, so I definitely think towards the back end of this year, like once we've moved into the house and got things sorted, that's something that I will sit down and try and learn. Currently on a bit of a weight loss journey. I've lost 32 pounds so far in like the last year, just under a year. Like I said, like the lockdown was huge. Like, there was no gym, which I loved going to the gym before the lockdown, but there was no gym. So like I said previously, like I was going to work, coming home and just eating basically. Like that's the best way to sort of describe it. I'm gonna take a step back. Was I was just eating basically, and eventually put the weight on. I think the only thing that you could look forward to was literally a takeaway, and the weekend takeaways turn into like midweek and weekend takeaways. I'm sure we've literally all been there. And then yeah, the pounds start piling on, and I think that the heaviest I got up to during COVID was probably, I think it was about 250, 258, 257. I know that like the beginning of last year, I was probably hovering at about 260, and that was like walking around weight. That was like the problem. So I have probably lost a little bit more than I would have thought, but I didn't document it. So since I've documented it, and I do have a weight loss journey page, I have lost 32 pounds, which I'm really pleased with, but there's still a long way to go. I really want to get down to 220 soon. I'm thinking about 225 now. I want to get down to 220 pounds within the next 2 weeks, and then eventually down to 200 and back to just some sort of good shape, you know. And yeah, I've got some cycling achievements that I'd like to achieve personally. I'm going to get more into that. The video probably is coming on Friday, where they're dependent about sort of cycling and how I fell in love with cycling and sort of accomplishments that I'd like to do within cycling. Like, it's nothing major, like it's nothing like, oh, Tour de France level, but like it's just personal. Like, it's stuff that, like, personally, like I've done 50k the other week, and I'm not going to get into it too much, but I was basically just buzzing. But yeah, that should be Friday's video. So yeah, I think that's just about it, guys. Do just want to say, like, thanks for the support on the last video. It was not, like, you probably look at it and think, oh, it's only like 40 odd views I think it's currently got, but like, still just means a lot to me, like, for someone just to take time out of their day to look at some kid from the northeast's house moving in that was quite shoddily short and like didn't really speak and was probably as bit of a bumbling mess as I am now, but like, it's just something that I want to get used to. And yeah, like, I'm really like annoyed at the minute because I did make a mental note not to keep looking away from the camera, but I feel like I have looked away from the camera, but the confidence will just come with time. But yeah, so like I said, just thank you for the support on the video. If you could leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, that would honestly just mean the world. And I hope you are all well, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Did just quickly forget to mention, I am in my old room. This is my old room at the minute. Barely been out of it 2 minutes and my mum's already redecorating. How canny is that? But yeah, like, a lot of memories in this room. And that was the ladder that it's just been on. And so, like, throughout the video you probably heard her, and there was one time, I might put it in the video, it was sort of like a change and transition. There was one time that it literally nearly fell back, and that would have been see you later to the camera. But yeah, and the laptop was just there. That was why I kept sort of looking down. But yeah, I don't know, I just felt a bit more comfortable in, I think, my room, you know. So as you can tell, it was a bit of a small room, nothing major. But yeah, it's nice being home. I haven't really been home throughout the lockdown. I've been living with Katie quite a lot. So yeah, I feel like I'm just bubbling now. So yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Peace.